can't hear the show.
Right now, Madison police are investigating what caused two separate deadly crashes at the same street in Madison overnight. Also, the latest on the deadly wildfires on the island of Maui, and those who escaped the blaze share their harrowing stories of survival. Good afternoon. This is News 3 Now. I'm Mark Kane. We begin with two separate deadly crashes on the same stretch of road in Madison overnight. They happened along West Washington Avenue. That's where we find News 3 Now's Braden Ross live on West Wash with the latest. Braden?
Yeah, I'm here at the corner of West Washington Avenue and Broome Street goes this way. You can see here, this is the site of the second one of those crashes. You can see where it hit the car, obviously hit this light pole here, knocked it down, ran into this tree up here too. We know one person died in that crash. It happened around 12:30 last night, we know as well. But then again, 3 hours earlier, there was another deadly crash here on West Wash. Police say that one happened around 9 p.m. There were two people taken to the hospital in that crash down on the intersection of Park Street and West Wash. Those two people were taken to the hospital. One person later died there as well. But, you know, that's what we know right now. We'll have more coming up tonight in our shows. For now, in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. Medical examiners in Rock County have identified the man who died at a motorcycle crash in Janesville over the weekend. 62-year-old Dennis L. Demro was one of two people on a motorcycle that crashed as they were headed south on Center Avenue Sunday evening when a truck pulled out in front of them near the West Burbank Avenue. Both Demro and the passenger were taken to the hospital where Demro died from his injuries. No word on the condition of the passenger. There's a second warrant out for a Madison woman now wanted in two separate hit and runs, one of them fatal. This spring, authorities identified Tiambra Walker as the driver in a crash on Schrader Road that killed Stephen Fleck and his dog. 4 months later, police still don't know where she is. This latest warrant stems from a hit and run last year. Walker's jail sentence was stayed, but she violated her parole conditions by not attending a victim impact panel. Police say the case remains an active investigation and they are still looking for her. Madison police need help identifying a pair of men who they say robbed a Madison convenience store. MPD says the duo robbed a gas station near the intersection of Todd Drive and the West Beltline frontage road on Madison's south side. Surveillance video captured one suspect last Tuesday with a gun during the robbery. Police haven't said what was taken from the store or what the value of what was taken. Anyone with information asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 608-266-6014. A former student resource officer for the Sun Prairie School District is in jail for allegedly sexually assaulting a Sun Prairie high school student while he was employed there. The Sun Prairie Police Department listed Lamont Crockett as a new hire in 2015, touting his extensive volunteer activities in organizations like Big Brothers Big Sisters, Safe Walk, and as a tutor at Patrick Marsh Middle School. The Madison Police Department says the sexual assault incident allegedly happened several years ago in Madison and not on school grounds. So far, there's no record of Crockett being charged with the crime. Let's head out to the weather patio, or is it the patio? There he is. There's Jacob Madison with a certified look at your most accurate forecast. Nice day out there.
Yeah, it's going to be very nice this afternoon. We're seeing sunshine right now, and we're going to continue to see some sunshine. But tomorrow, there could be some storms. But let's talk about today first. Very nice right now, upper 70s. Some places have already been in the 80s. Most of our area will likely get into the 80s this afternoon, but it's not expected to be too warm. Winds, not really a huge factor. Most areas under 10 miles per hour. And if we look at the forecast for this afternoon, we're forecasting for a high temperature of around 82 degrees. But once again, it's going to remain sunny. Now, look at the current radar. Not a lot going on in the Midwest or Great Lakes region, but we are going to see some storms develop later into the night and for tomorrow as well. Clouds will also increase, especially throughout the evening today. And then as we get to the overnight hours, likely not until well after midnight, you can see off to the north and west some of those storms moving in. Now, they are going to dissipate as they move to southern Wisconsin, but we are likely still going to see some showers and storms. 2 rounds, I should point out, one in the morning and one in the evening, and especially the evening round of storms could be severe. There's a slight risk in effect for our entire area. It also includes several other states such as Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Minnesota and small portions of Missouri. I'll talk more in detail about the severe weather forecast and give you the timing of the storms, all coming up a bit later in the show. Now, we haven't issued an alert day because there's still a bit uncertainty on the severe weather, but definitely prepare for the severe weather. I'll have those details later in the show, though.
All right, Jake, we'll see you then. Thank you. In Hawaii, the death toll rose dramatically overnight on the island of Maui, where a fast-moving wildfire nearly destroyed a tourist town on Tuesday. Officials say fires have burnt more than 270 structures and killed at least 36 people. Jonathan Vigliotti has the latest from Maui.
Terrifying images out of a Maui neighborhood. Home after home swallowed by fast-moving flames Tuesday night as residents scrambled to escape.
Somebody's down right now. Somebody's down right here. Somebody's down.
On Maui's western shore, this was Lahaina's historic Front Street business district before the wildfires.
Oh my gosh, look at the harbor.
And this was the devastation left behind Wednesday morning. Alan Dakar went to check on his gallery and was stunned to find the business district up in flames.
And then realized needed to leave because that fire was raging out of control. Grabbed some people who didn't have a way out. Told them get their stuff, get in my truck, and we headed out.
We're on a boat headed to Lahaina. This is one of the few ways to access the town. And what's incredible from this vantage point is the scale of destruction. We're talking miles of coastline completely burned.
What we found there was utter devastation. Homes reduced to cinders, a way of life forever altered. A distant hurricane brought wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour, fueling several large wildfires so quickly the Coast Guard says it rescued 14 people, including 2 young children who were forced to jump in the ocean to escape the flames.
We've been pulling people out since last night, trying to save people's lives.
Despite promised help from both federal and state agencies, Maui's relative isolation could slow the island's recovery.
There are thousands of people who are under mandatory evacuations, including thousands of stranded tourists. All of this, meanwhile, as a very active search and rescue effort continues here on the island of Maui. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Maui.
Firefighters are battling 3 separate blazes on Maui. Meanwhile, major airlines are helping travelers rebook their trips to Hawaii. American, Southwest, United, and Hawaiian Airlines are currently waiving change fees for flights to and from the Kahului Airport. This comes as the state of Hawaii is discouraging non-essential travel to that airport in Maui. The airport is served by 10 airlines in total, including Delta Airlines and Alaska Airlines. Authorities are still investigating the events that led to a fatal shooting between FBI agents and a Utah man. The man's 74-year-old Craig Robertson was accused of making threats against a number of politicians, including President Biden. Court documents show Robertson posted on social media Monday that he was cleaning the dust off the M24 sniper rifle and was looking forward to the death of Joe Biden. Just hours before President Biden landed in Utah yesterday, the FBI was trying to serve an arrest warrant to Robertson.
There's a lot of shouting, and then they let off some flashbangs to basically wake him up and make sure they heard him, and they were like yelling out his name and telling him to get out.
The FBI had been investigating Robertson for 5 months after he allegedly made threats against Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, as well as more than 24 threats against Vice President Kamala Harris. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Burger King debuts some new chicken wraps, and you can now order a limited edition Weird Barbie, as seen in the new Barbie movie. That's coming up in the Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
This is it. Our biggest mattress sale of the year is on now at Ashley. Save up to $900 on Purple mattresses and up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic. All with 72-month special financing. Only at Ashley.
Menards has the luxury products and on-trend styles to take your home's design to the next level. Whether you're updating a bathroom with a new tub and shower, adding privacy with new roller shades, or if it's dressing up your dream kitchen with a new backsplash or flooring, you'll get 11% off quality products that will help turn your house into home. Save big on durable vinyl plank from Superfast Flooring. Only $239 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Want a tighter, flatter tummy and the hottest deal of the year? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy. I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
Schedule your free no-obligation consultation now and find out how to get your dream body on your budget with our best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com and get exclusive access to our employee-only pricing.
In my 30 years practicing personal injury law, I have seen almost everything in a case. And the clients at GTW, they're not just working with one lawyer. They get to draw on the experience of every lawyer in our firm to help them get the best result possible.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core. Sorry everyone, I get a notification every time I get a positive review online.
Makeup.
Thanks Dawn, we think our windows are pretty great too.
Take two.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core, composite frame, triple pane windows are worth a positive review at scottthewindowguy.com.
Cut! Somebody give me his phone.
Karen? Seriously? Get the absolute lowest prices now during Ashley's Labor Day event. Save even more on doorbusters at discounts up to 83% off. Like this sofa and love seat set, now $598. Plus 6-year special financing with no money down. Only at Ashley.
The FDA announced a voluntary recall of a brand of 1-pound packages of organic green kiwi fruit because they have the potential to be contaminated with listeria. Listeria can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections in children, elderly people, and others with weakened immune systems. The recalled kiwi is grown in New Zealand, exported to North America, and repacked locally for sale under the Zespri brand. Next week, Burger King is introducing a new lineup of BK Royal Crispy Wraps. The chain's latest chicken-based creation will be available in 3 flavors, classic, spicy, and honey mustard. They're set to launch at participating restaurants nationwide on Monday. And Mattel is imitating life on the silver screen with its new limited edition Weird Barbie doll. Mattel says the doll wears an outfit inspired by the character played by Kate McKinnon in the blockbuster Barbie movie. The doll is available to order through August 18th. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Checking Wall Street at the noon hour, the Dow Industrial's up 144 points, the NASDAQ up 64, the S&P 500 up a little over 7. Pam has today's egg prices. Jacob has your complete forecast. And then today on Live at 4 in our Traveler.
Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Every spring, the love of my life came here to paint. Cress helped us make sure she's never forgotten.
We are Cress. We truly believe your memories matter.
At LL Flooring, we've seen it all.
It's a rental.
It's a remodel.
It's a really bad day.
Can I do this?
Can you do this? We help you find your right floor at the right price, turning indecision into your best decision. LL Flooring, every step covered.
At Lawton Cates, we connect you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. We hold the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and hospital bills, and we won't accept anything less than what you deserve. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
It's Picture Day with Abbott Elementary's Tyler James Williams.
My mother loves a photo. She's at the TV taking a photo. And there's your photo.
Plus, give it up for Kristen Cavallari.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Our back-to-school drive's in full swing with a week left to donate.
Tomorrow, Josh checks in with our partners at the Boys and Girls Club to see what students need most.
And we'll get sticky tomorrow. We'll have an update on our storm potential for Friday. Join us in the morning between 4:30 and 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yaki from the Midwest Farm Report, back from the State Fair.
Yep, for just a minute. I'll be back over there tomorrow morning, but for right now, I bring you results from last evening's Governor's Blue Ribbon Livestock Auction. It was the second highest auction total in the history of that event at State Fair Park in West Allis. The Case IH Coliseum was live with activity. Started about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon with what they call a champion drive, where they brought in all the champions and set the show order. There's your grand champion steer that was exhibited by Tori Crisp of Union Grove. That steer sold for $40,000 to Kenosha Beef. The next grand champion you're taking a look at was exhibited by Ella Rail of Darien. We should have the hog coming up next. Ella had that hog sold for $19,000 to Meyer and Tyson Foods at last night's sale. And then the grand champion lamb kind of rounded out the parade. Braden Bowers from Belmont exhibited the grand champion lamb. Sold for $15,000 to Beer Capital Distributing and Molson Coors. So congratulations to all those kids. You know, one thing that we forget, though, is the money that's generated at that sale. Yes, the kids that exhibit, they do get a big chunk of that back, but there's also the money that goes to the Governor's Blue Ribbon Livestock Auction Scholarship Committee. Last evening, I was trying to count them up. They presented probably in the neighborhood of 20 different scholarships, the highest being $3,000, the lowest being $1,000. So they are giving that money back to those youth for future development as far as agriculture is concerned. Also want to give a shout out. The Reserve Grand Champion steer was exhibited by McKinley Folman from Barneveld, sold for $20,000. Also, Trina Cherney from Waniwak had the Reserve Grand Champion lamb, sold for $10,000 to Badger State Ethanol. Just a couple of more of the kids from our area. I know there were others, but I just don't have the complete list and can't necessarily get all that much time to read through names. But congratulations to all of you. If you made it in to the center ring last night, you already have been champions as far as I'm concerned. So we're talking a little bit about what's going on in the dairy complex. I talked to a young man today that's a broker analyst with Everag. He was out at his parents' dairy farm in upstate New York. They've got 4 different processing plants that are being built in and around upstate New York, all of the Northeast. That's a sign that there's obviously some demand on that East Coast, and those New York dairy farmers ready to supply. Barrel cheese today in Chicago went up 1/4 cent to $1.80 1/4. 40-pound block cheese up 1/4 cent to $1.96 3/4. Double A butter up 2.5 at $2.69 a pound. And yes, there's more activity at State Fair Park this afternoon, starting at 4 o'clock. The Governor's Blue Ribbon Dairy Products Auction will unfold. All the cheese, the butter, all the goodies at Saz's outdoor kind of pavilion area, starting at 4 this afternoon. Everybody's welcome to come on in. You don't even need a ticket for that particular event.
Oh, really? Okay. Be a good afternoon for it.
Nice sampling, too.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Lots of sampling. Thank you, Pam. Well, southern Wisconsin could see some severe weather tomorrow. We need the rain, though, Jacob, that's for sure.
Yeah, the drought monitor was unfortunately released today. And because we've had pretty much no rain the last 7 days, it did get worse. The extreme drought has expanded to include several portions of the central part of the state, really a lot of our area under the drought, with the exception of far southern Lafayette County. Even then, they're under abnormally dry conditions. And the entire state under abnormally dry conditions or worse, except for a small portion not far from Green Bay. Now, looking at the three things that you need to know, we could see 2 rounds of storms tomorrow, and there's a possibility that some of those storms could be severe, especially the second round of rain. But we also have another chance of rainfall for Sunday night. Now, the good news is that for the most part, we're going to be warm, but not too bad. For the most part, pretty seasonable and comfortable, really, for the foreseeable future, as temperatures will remain relatively consistent. Now, here's a look at the severe weather outlook for tomorrow. There is a slight risk for our entire area. Also a slight risk all the way up to Minneapolis, down south to Chicago as well. And the biggest threats will be wind. There's a 15% chance we'll see severe weather wind within 25 miles of a given point. And we also have a 15% chance to see severe hail within 25 miles of a given point. Now, an isolated tornado is possible, but just at 2%, but it only takes one tornado to cause a lot of damage. So an isolated tornado is definitely in the realm of possibility. Now, looking at future track, we're going to see clouds increase throughout the evening. And then as we get towards the later overnight hours, well after midnight, I want to point out, we are going to see some showers and storms move into our area from the northwest. The further west you're located, the earlier you will see the rain, but it'll likely enter Madison kind of around sunrise, maybe a little bit after. This round of storms may not be severe. It's possible, but it's not very likely. But then we are going to dry out a little bit for the afternoon with maybe some pop-up showers and storms, and then more storms will fire up in the evening, and this round of storms could definitely be severe. They'll impact our area kind of around sunset and a little bit after sunset, and it could continue into the early overnight hours until around midnight to 1 a.m. But by the time we get to Saturday morning, especially closer to sunrise, we're going to be dry again. Now, as far as precipitation totals go, it all depends on where these storms fire up, but we could see up to an inch, possibly even more. Again, it really all depends on where those storms fire, but the best chance of rain will be in the morning and then in the evening. Now, for temperatures tonight, we'll see lows dropping into the lower 60s. During the overnight hours, we will see some rain for the western portion of our area, but likely won't enter Madison and places to the south and east of Madison until after sunrise. And then for the temperatures tomorrow, we'll continue to see high temperatures in the lower 80s. So not going to see a big change in the temperatures, but we are going to see some more chances of rain. Sunday, we could see some afternoon showers, and then we also are going to see some few chances of rain throughout next week. Now, there is a small chance it does appear we could see those temperatures start to warm up just after the 10-day forecast. Still very far out, so that may change. But at least for the near future, temperatures are going to be relatively consistent. But again, we are going to see the chance of severe weather tomorrow. In the morning, we could see a round of storms, but probably won't be severe. The evening round of storms could definitely be severe. Good thing is that it will happen well after rush hour when people are mostly home. Although it is Friday night, I know a lot of people probably have plans, but I would say right around sunset is the best chance for some severe storms.
All right, keep an eye on that. Enjoy today. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. Howard's making the perfect dessert in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
The homemade Larry brownies that we're making today are so good, they may cause you to feel weak in the knees. If this is a risk you're willing to take, I suggest you stick around.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin Walk-In Showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin Walk-In Showers.
You got me.
Tag. You're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Mark, a little help here?
Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin walk-in showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin walk-in shower.
If you love decadent desserts like I do, you're gonna love what we're making today. It's a homemade brownie topped with a rich peanut butter filling and finished with a layer of fudge. I have to warn you though, these may cause you to feel weak in the knees, and you might even drool a bit while you're waiting for your first bite. If that's okay with you, then let's get started. We begin by making a homemade brownie batter, which we'll pour into a pan and bake until it passes the toothpick test. As these bake and cool, we'll make our to-die-for filling. It's simply some peanut butter and powdered sugar that we beat together until it's nice and fluffy. This gets spread over our baked brownies. Then to make these over the top good, we finish them with a 3-ingredient chocolate glaze that is pure decadence. Once all the layers are set up, cut it into squares and serve. If your house is anything like mine, there'll be a line out the door as soon as they get a whiff of them. To get the recipe for our Buckeye brownies, simply visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fudgy good way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. This is Mason. He's a 1.5-year-old pup who loves to run around the yard and play fetch. Mason is a smart guy who knows a few commands and likes to earn treats. He's looking for an energetic family who will continue to work with him on his positive reinforcement training. He is a member of the Lonely Hearts Club, so his adoption fee has been reduced. If you'd like to meet Mason, ask for him at the Adoption Center. Reserve your spot now for Bark and Wine, The Cat's Meow. Join the Humane Society Saturday, September 30th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the shelter on Vogues Road in Madison. Enjoy playful kittens, beverages, and tasty treats, all while raising funds for animals in need. The Humane Society also plans to sneak in puppy greeters as well. Learn more and reserve your place at giveshelter.org/BW. Last week's pets, Zip and Duda, the bonded cat pair, are still available for adoption. If you're interested in adopting Mason or checking out all the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. And here's Jacob with one final check the forecast.
Yeah, as I talked about earlier, we have the chance for some storms tomorrow. The first round of storms will happen in the morning hours. It's going to come in from the northwest. The further west you're located, the earlier you will see the storms tomorrow morning. But then for the afternoon, we are going to be dry, maybe some pop-up showers or storms, but some stronger storms are possible during the evening hours. And this round of storms could be severe, likely going to impact our area between 7 p.m. and midnight. But then as we head towards Saturday morning, it will be dry once again.
All right. Thank you, Jacob. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.
Get the Channel 3000 app, and I'll show you ways you can save time in your commute.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.